meteorite crashed right in front of their house, much to the boy's delight. His memories from his past life told him that if he could obtain the surviving original owner of the body in the crater, he could not only awaken his paralyzed sister's powers, but might even cure her lifelong disability. And this 500-meter distance would only take Duanfei, who possessed the evolution tree, 2 seconds. He was determined to capture the original species before anyone else. So he leaped, drawing his machete and slashing at the last remaining beautiful female zombie in the crater. But then, an unexpected event occurred. The steel blade shattered without warning, and the seemingly simple-minded female zombie suddenly sprouted 2 tentacles, her arms covered in eerie, scarlet runes. She turned to Duanfei and asked, "Welcome, sir. Would you like to dine in or take away?" Dark eyes, golden pupils. She was actually an original species. Humans feared nothing more than that, and her speed was no slower than mine, her strength comparable to my level 3 strength. Even stronger. The instant Duanfei landed, the vines at his foot suddenly sprouted wildly. Fortunately, Duanfei drew his dagger and severed the vines. Duanfei was certain the zombie before him was a native species. Their defining characteristics were unique attack attributes and the ability to grow stronger and faster. Monsters born for battle. But why, in the early stages of the apocalypse, did these zombies possess such formidable power? Duanfei dodged, instantly planning a surprise attack. He stole the native species, but unexpectedly, a patch of vines appeared before it. Cutting through the vines, the female zombie's stinging pain immediately blocked Duanfei's path. Damn it, he'd been found out. At this moment, the native species revealed a maniacal grin. It even launched an attack. Because all the vines were aimed at Duanfei, they instantly converged. With a loud crash, although Duanfei dodged, he was inevitably scratched. What he was witnessing now indicated a significant misunderstanding in Duanfei's perception. Was history changing? And one of the energies emanating from the original species was a different color, seemingly directly connected to the native species. Could they be guardians deliberately created by the original species? If their mission was truly to protect the original species, then they shouldn't stray too far. Duanfei retreated at top speed, accompanied by the vines of the native species. With a whoosh, his sister's hairpin snapped, and Duanfei slashed through the surrounding vines. Using the recoil, he quickly leaped out of the crater. He coughed up a mouthful of blood, just as Duanfei had predicted. The native species was about to charge out when it was pulled back to its original position by an invisible force. It immediately let out a sharp roar. Duanfei pondered. Dealing with the native species head-on was too dangerous. Luckily, he had collected a bottle of blood from a dead human in the apartment. It should come in handy now. Just then, a Harley-Davidson roared loudly. Hearing the noise, the native species used its vines to lift itself up and look outside. Riding the Harley was Duanfei. However, thousands of zombies followed behind him. Duanfei kept honking his horn to attract their attention, because he held a vial of fresh blood that all zombies craved. But Duanfei threw the vial into the air, then floored the accelerator, accelerating towards the crater. The vial flew directly above the crater, a gift from his brother. He'd found plenty of playmates. With a bang, Shui Ping shattered, her blood dripping like raindrops onto the female zombie. Thousands of zombies rushed towards the native species. The desire to feed sprouted in these almost depraved hearts. They pounced on the native species like machines, hundreds of zombies jostling and pinning her down, seemingly declaring their hunger. A golden light flashed in his eyes, and dozens of vines appeared like bracelets. Suddenly, an explosion occurred beneath his feet. He easily withstood the first wave of attacks. Duanfei ran to safety, observing through binoculars, hoping the thousands of zombies would wear him down. Suddenly, a giant plant blade shot out from the primal species' hand. Hundreds of zombies surrounding it were sliced to pieces like vegetables under its swing. But then, the restless zombie horde behind him pounced on him again. His ankles and wrists were seized by the zombies, who then swarmed forward. The primal species, feeling offended, leaped into the air using vines, cursing, A bunch of trash. He unleashed his maximum number of vines, forming a vine cage. With a swing of his hand, all the vines embedded in the ground began to retract, strangling and killing all the zombies in the area. Duanfei jumped down at this moment. This scene was naturally under his observation. He mounted his Harley, preparing to observe closely and find an opportunity to strike. Because of the primal species, the sounds of the battle had attracted all the nearby zombies. This might be Duanfei's last chance. Before Duanfei could even get close, the last batch of zombies was instantly killed by the native species. Duanfei wasn't entirely confident he could kill it, but then they heard the howl of a hungry wolf, and a zombie with golden forepaws appeared. Haha! A hungry-looking creature suddenly appeared on the battlefield, letting out a rapid roar as it charged towards the exhausted native. Even with vines blocking its way, the husky's two golden claws were like a knife through mud, relentlessly advancing. With a whoosh, it pounced on the native, knocking it to the ground, ready to devour it. Duanfei, hiding at the edge of the pit, was poised to strike. He marveled at the beast's immense power. Those claws were a sign of near evolution. Could it have evolved by devouring zombies? But then, the husky was struck hard on the left cheek, sent flying and crashing into a stone wall. The beautiful zombie, panting, stood up. The husky, its eyes fixed on its prey, nimbly dodged the native species' attack, then seized the moment of surprise, appearing before the native species. The native species, sweating profusely, instinctively bit down hard on the female zombie's left arm. Blackie was anxious. If he were devoured by this husky, and the native species spoke up, he would have even less chance of getting the Yuan gene. But Duanfei, about to move forward, stopped in doubt. Could a beast of this level really defeat a native species? And the native species' aura hadn't disappeared. The next instant, a long-awaited vine pierced the husky's throat, followed by 7 more vines from the shadows that pierced its body. Clearly, this was a trap set by the native species for Duanfei. If Duanfei had gone there earlier, his fate would have been the same as the huskies. After dealing with the husky, the native staggered to his feet, his eyes sharpening once more. He looked at Duanfei with a mocking smile. "You've become smarter, haven't you? Despicable humans, we're all the same," Duanfei said, his confidence waning. "How do you think you can kill me?" Duanfei scoffed. "That's what I should be asking you."